Ah, fall. It's the best time of the year. It's the time for pumpkin spice, apple picking, hay rides, and of course, the best part of it all, Halloween and all its festivities. I love everything about Halloween, from dressing up, to decorating, parties, spookiness, trick-or-treating, and candy. It's truly the best time of the year. I love Halloween, and both the classic traditions and my family's take on them since I was a kid. My late wife, God bless her, wasn't a fan of these traditions, as she wasn't a fan of this time of year to begin with. I, however, can't wait until our young ones are old enough to inherit these traditions. The following is a guide to how we do Halloween in the Cain household that can be applied to everyone. First, we have the carving of jack-o'-lanterns. Now, this can be done at any time, but it's preferable to do it as close to Halloween as possible, as jack-o'-lanterns are the best when they're fresh, like everything else in this guide. First, you've got to find the base for your jack-o'-lantern. I believe that the bigger it is, the better, though a big one, of course, is not necessary. How you acquire your base is up to you. You could use my methods of abducting joggers and people in the woods, though there are plenty of other methods. If you can't find a proper lantern base, you could always use a pumpkin, as carving methods are the same. Speaking of, most people carve the top of the base and scoop the guts out, but this is actually an inferior method. Instead, cutting the bottom is best, as cutting the top causes the base to deteriorate faster, and the bottom is also easier. It should be noted that if you use a proper base, you can utilize the other parts from the neck down as materials for other things in this guide. Next is Halloween cookies. Whether they be sugar cookies, some fancy chocolate chip, or some other kind, these are great whether you have a Halloween party or not. I personally make chocolate chip style cookies with black food coloring in the dough and orange chocolate chips. Sometimes they may also have pumpkin sprinkles, though you can make whatever kind you want. The secret to Nox Cain's neighborhood-renowned cookies, however, is always one subtle change. Ditch the eggs and swap them with blood. Yes, I know it sounds like it would be gross, but the taste actually won't show up for the cookies. On top of that, it does its job better than the eggs with structure and moisture, and improves the overall taste. Note that the cookies should be made sometime recently after you acquire the blood, however that may be, as blood when properly stored expires after 42 days. The next thing I'd like to discuss in this guide is easily one of my favorite parts, the decorations. We've already discussed jack-o'-lanterns, so I won't be discussing that again. However, if you're anything like the Cains, you love decorating. I prefer the spookier Halloween decorations myself, so that's what I'll be covering. I've always found that the store-bought decorations are never quite spooky enough, so I always make my own. I've always found that genuine materials are best, so that's what I use. Bones, taxidermied or rotting corpses and animals, genuine blood, actual headstones, whatever I need. Now I'll admit, the genuine handcrafted decorations won't last you as long as the plastic store-bought ones, but if you take care of them, they'll last a long time. Plus, if you do need to get more materials, you should take that as inspiration to make new, unique decorations. Last but not least is costumes. Of course, store-bought costumes are perfectly acceptable, but I'd encourage you to either customize them or make your own from scratch if you have the skill, as the best costumes I see are generally either customized or handmade. I've won many costume contests with this method as a kid. One of my favorites was when I was gonna be a zombie in 3rd grade, and instead of getting a cheap zombie costume from the store, my parents used makeup. We decided it wasn't enough though, so they made me an entire outfit out of materials from my grandpa's workshop, as he made genuine hand-tailored clothing for a living. In fact, most of the people I know prefer to make their own costumes, as it often saves money and the quality can't be beat. Now, I'm afraid it's time to wrap up this guide. Having read or listened to this guide, you now know 5 ways to improve your spooky season for this year and many years after. I hope you put these practices into use, and on behalf of myself and all the other Cain family members, we wish you a good day, a good month, a good year, and a happy Halloween.